100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Odell with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs.
Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First and 10 for Dalton. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Mike 29. Watch the run.
Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Like 5.
57 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throw taken in by Taylor left side. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Next to score, Steelers 7, Bengals 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Orbit.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Here we go.
Dalton here from the gun. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Go. 52. 57.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete. That's Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 48-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
No foul. Quarter. 5. Jim. Here we go.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he whips that one incomplete there. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He'll try and run for it with Connor. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Middle. Let's go.
Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll run here with Connor, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check three. Shift, watch the shift.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give them 32 on the play.
And the Bengals first down.
Hands up.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Fast it.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Hot, lady.
Hey, pick your game up.
368.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. I got him. Go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. There he goes, right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Bengals 0.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
98's the mic.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
From the 41, Dalton. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all-time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. They look to throw on third with Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's get it.
At the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
No spacing.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
All day, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Here we go.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Connor. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 3rd down, it's Connor, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Again, it's Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Watch right. You got right. Here we go. Like hey, Haywood.
Dalton off play action. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
198.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Dalton on the screen, Bernard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And Green with a catch left side. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
Wait. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
This is Mixon on the draw. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A 27-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
First down, Steelers.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Ben leaves to counter on the draw, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action here with Dalton. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he's going to go down again. Devin Bush make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Switzer. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard
line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A run with counter on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Andrew Billings able to drop him for a loss of a couple. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
So Dalton now. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Bud Dupree make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
A draw play for Mixon. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Pittsburgh, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers. Blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gang saying hippies. Women like me, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hop with a squad. I'm playing my part like them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Like 20.
Check, check, watch.
17.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley.
Watch the whip.
A big play there on the first play of the game. 46 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
On first down, it's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Devin White gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Super one. Super one. Hatchet.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, high 7. Hey, kill. Check 3. Hey, 5. Hey, foxtrot.
Just beating the play clock is gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Keep playing. At their own 20-yard line.
Ready? 10-2 soft. We ain't giving up nothing today. 36. Hey. Staying open. Go, Jeff.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And some room to roam now. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 58 yards.
Ready.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
He's coming. Hey, exit. Check 43. 95. Ready.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Hold on.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
14. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Set it. Greystone, travel. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check, 43. He's tired of me.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Hey, check. Hey, Alpha. Check Mike 39.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Back to throw. Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man has got one, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Corey Littleton in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Running right, Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. Well, 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down. So on fourth down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Rams will go on offense here with the first and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Right 20. Edward. Control. Shit. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely, 8 yards on the carry. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. From the red zone now, Goff. And Woods has it complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Goff, and he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline good with a PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, gone. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
95%. No, check his mic. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 40-yard line. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Again, it's Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Let's get it. Go. Check. Motion out of backfield. backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
They'll run it with Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Andre Ellington, his first carry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
6-6, pull it high.
Second and 11. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Value 3, value 3. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Recon, 132 fighter. Watch the pass. Value 3, value 3. Check 13. Hey, Echo. 24. What's that?
On 2nd and 7. Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. 27 yards there, a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Blue draw Corkers.
On first down, it's Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
You ain't going nowhere.
Out of the gun. Gone. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch twist. Watch the safety creep.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Ric Flair. Maverick.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tighten up. Fight.
Here's Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back. As it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and long. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here?
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Topper, topper.
And that's going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Tight end's right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Kill, kill.
Listen. Kill. Hey, zoom. What's that?
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, orbit. 11. Go.
Now Goff on 1st down. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
60 Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a third down.
Down. 8, Reed.
54, Mike. Mike 5-4, Mike.
5.
Record. 54, Mike.
They'll set up a throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
We got this.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. On 1st and goal, Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Stand up there.
Hey, 5.
65.
Hey, high 7. 76, tell him. 76.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The Bucs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up in it's magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When up in it's magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys in the Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys in the Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the result, I better kill them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
Said I was legit ever since I blew. They all on my. Hey, back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey,